Hey there, true believers. Rain Kisaragi here with another Let's Unpack Kingdom Death Monster. But what is Kingdom Death Monster? Kingdom Death Monster is the brainchild of creator Adam Poots, and is basically what you would get if you got your kitten to stop chewing on your headset cord for a second. If you took Gary Gygax, creator of D&D, the mind behind the art design of the Aliens franchise, H.R. Giger, and the development team of From Software, the guys who did Dark Souls, sat him down and told him, "Make me a tabletop game." It is beautifully tragic and gloriously horrific. That's my introduction. I'm sticking to it. So this is the beginning of the. I have the shirt now too. It's awesome. It's coincidentally the monster we're going to be unboxing because this week, because my Wave 2 stuff arrived, all three boxes at the time of this recording, but I'm getting the other three like tomorrow basically, so it's may as well just be all six. Hi, kitten. Marshmellow wants to help too. We're actually going to be unboxing the Flower Knight. You guys, I don't know how you can't. There we go. That's the box and the reflection of the webcam capture. He's also on my shirt. I love the Flower Knight. He's on my shirt. I don't know exactly what's in this expansion, but I know enough about it to be excited about it, and that's all that matters to me. So, without further ado, cat butt, and let's unpack. So, yeah, she may be a little more social this time, a little less fighty, I hope. She hasn't eaten yet, so that's probably going to change. But, you know, let's put the knife away because the kitten's up here. Don't need her getting in. You want to help? You want to help unpack? Yeah. Let's get the plastic off. It's plastic. No? Oh yeah. Okay. She's happy with the plastic. All right. Let's take a look at what's in here. And I know there is the model. It's in a baggie, which is probably for the best. I'll take it out for the picture on the side so you guys can see, but I'm gonna keep it in here for now. Yeah, he seems about what I'd expect. He's a 50M base monster, meaning he's a small size monster technically. His head's real pretty. He's got a couple different swords, which is neat, and a lute or a cello or something. Neat. I like his cape. It's the kind of flowery thing. You can't see it in the webcam, but you can probably see it in the bigger picture. Yeah, it looks interesting. I'm gonna look forward to putting this together because I like building these models. What you want to see? What's next? What do you think we should get next? Because I see we have a rules booklet for the Flower Knight. Now I'm not gonna dig into this too much, because yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, there's a the Bloom People campaign. There's an optional campaign you can run here. Handy. When in the People the Bloom campaign, the special campaign, which I've heard a lot of negativity about the Flower Knight campaign, because it's very stock standard, which kind of sucks. But oh well. I mean, it's a optional campaign. There's apparently a better version of this coming in Wave 4, so I'll be interested to see how that plays out. Servers cannot hunt the Flower Knight or gain the flower addiction disorder, because you worship this Flower Knight. Gain the Sleeping Virus Flower Rare Gear. Interesting. Don't know what that is yet. Suffer -1 population on years 5, 10, 15, and 20. That kind of sucks, but I guess that's the price you pay. During the settlement phase, you may trigger the Sense Memory Story event. Just we'll figure that out in here. From a forest run and craft the Flower God Helm and the replica Flower Sword. Interesting. Survivors are born with +1 permanent luck, +1 green affinity, and -2 red affinities. That's strange. Affinities are kind of what helps you trigger your gear's special abilities. So the fact that you're born with permanent affinities is very strange. Very, very strange. But you can do an endeavor to trade any number of monster resources with that number of random flower resources, so you can still get the Flower Knight gear. That's fine. It explains things. Perishable, that's a new rule I can talk about. Oh, okay. Gear with the perishable keyword, I guess. You just lose it at the end of the year. That kind of sucks because you normally can save your gear and use it later, but perishable stuff you just don't. Okay, that's great. The parry location is new. You need to critically wound that location. Okay, that's fairly okay, and that's fairly difficult because you need to roll a 10 on your wound roll to critically wound. So that's fairly hard actually. But if you have the fencing secret fighting art, you can ignore parry. Handy. There's rules about the hunt, rules about the forest gate, replaces the overwhelming darkness space. The fairy ring is a special thing. Okay, I'll look into that later. The Night Expansions and Tactics deck is a Night expansion. Each Night expansion includes a unique Tactics deck. Tactics provide new servers with new ways to fight, using what they've learned from fighting the Knights. To add Tactics to your campaign, you must gain the Flower Knight badge rare gear by defeating the Flower Knight. Fair. The Flower Knight badge allows the to draw one random tactics card at the start of each showdown. During the showdown, the badge wearer may use the current tactic to help defeat their foes. Neat. That's really cool. I'm 100% down with that. And the art is super pretty for a crone's tail. We're going to go ahead and show this. I'll probably take a better picture of it. It's real pretty. I love, once again, I've said I love the art this game has. It's really dark and gritty, but it's still gorgeous at the same time. I'll read this event later, and I'm not going to spoil what it does for myself or for you. Showing for the Flower Knight, I can probably show you that picture of the Flower Knight, the titular Flower Knight in his beautiful owl mask glory. Oh, he's so cool. He's so cool looking. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. The rewards. This is interesting because something in this caught my eye. When you defeat the Flower Knight, you gain the Flower Knight badge rare gear and the Petal Spiral innovation to the innovation deck. Don't know what that is yet. If any survivors have the fencing secret fighting art and the ghostly beauty disorder, they gain the narcissistic disorder and plus one permanent evasion. That's I don't know what narcissistic or ghostly beauty are offhand. Okay. Okay, that's kind of all that's there. The forest wants what it wants. It's the event for that replaces the overwhelming darkness. Is that one? It just adds another level of complexity to things. Breakthrough. That's a monster event. I don't know what that is yet. Sense memory allows you to craft, it looks like. And there's nudity on this page, so I can't show you this one. I will definitely take a look into this later. A warm virus. Oh, good. Oh, goody. This sounds great. Don't know. This sounds really not great. This event sounds bad. And necrotoxic mistletoe. Oh, this sounds pleasant. Acanthus Doctor Secret Fighting Art. I don't know what that is. Rulebook, cool. Looks like some pretty fun events in here. Some pretty scary events more than anything, but in Kingdom Death, scary is fun. So I'm probably gonna get killed by at least one of those at least once. Now let's see what we got. This box is kind of weird. It has like a main pouch where the packing peanuts were for the mini, and then there's more in here. Hold on. There's more in here. What are you? Oh, deck of cards. That's where that is. Okay, so it's in with the packing peanuts. Alright, that's helpful. Wish I would have known that. Now, here comes the kitten. Hi, kitten. I know, we're doing stuff for the internet. You should come into shot and say hi. We're gonna take this though. You don't need to play with that. You don't need to play with the thing. You really don't need to play with that. Okay, we have terrain things, terrain doodads. I guess there's 4 really big parts. I guess those are the fairy ring. And I guess to compare like size on this one, this is the deck of cards. This is a standard deck of cards, and this is the size of that. So it's real. No, you can't fit in this box. I know. Let's just close this before the kitten climbs into the box, which she doesn't need to be. As I was saying, standard size deck of cards, the fairy ring piece. This is really big. This ring is really, really big. And I don't know what the little skull thing is either. I'll take pictures of both of those, and those will be better represented. Let's look at the gear cards. It's a small, tiny little deck this time. Let's see if I can open this without damaging the cards at all. Is it? Yes. Okay, cool. I'll just do this one too while I have the knife out. Have to take the knife back out again. There we go. And we'll go ahead and put the knife away because we don't need to have the knife out all the time. Alright. A few of you said you like my unboxing knife. Thank you. It was a birthday gift. Okay. Let's break the cards of their factory seal. We have a smattering of rare gear cards and a smattering of regular cards. Let's look at the rare stuff first. We have the Sleeping Virus Flower. I'll take a picture, you'll see it better on this side. +1 luck cursed. When you die, a flower blooms from your corpse. Add a warm virus. That's the event we looked at before. To that one next year. You are the guest. Okay, got a couple copies of that. And then we have the Flower Knight Helm, which is neat. 3 head armor, +1 accuracy, very nice already. A linked blue affinity and 3 green affinities. When you are being attacked, the monster has -1 speed, so monster cannot hit you as much. This is very, very good. Very, very, very good. We have 3 of those too, so that's for the people of the Bloom campaign right there. Then we have the Replica Flower Sword, which is a weapon melee grand sword, so it's a grand and a sword. That's very important to realize because grand weapons and swords are different weapons. This weapon is both of those at the same time, so you can use your focus on both of them. Real good. Devastating 1, you cannot dodge. That sucks. Devastating 1 is good, though. With a linked green, 2 green, and a red, gain sharp, which I think that means you roll an extra d10 for your damage, which is real good, and +1 evasion. Solid. 2 speed, 6+ hits, and it's a 6 strength. Solid sword. Very good grand weapon. The no dodging sucks. That's real bad. That's actually kind of a deal breaker for me on this one. Dodging means you can use a survival or resource your characters have to not be hit by a monster. It's good. You don't want to get hit because monsters are stronger than you are because you're a small, squishy human, and they are giant beasts or men with swords who are duelists. Vespertine foil because he's a fencer, you see. Sword fragile. Fragile is not very good. 4 speed, that's ridiculous. 5+ hits, pretty good accuracy then. 1 strength, that's not great. At the beginning of each settlement phase, archive this unless you spend 1 flower resource. That's the deal breaker on this then, because you need to use resources to use this sword. That's not great. But a linked blue and red affinity gives you Deadly 2, which is a bigger critical hit range. So I get what it's going for. It sucks you need to pay resources for it. That's the problem that I have. Otherwise, it could be okay, but you need to give away resources, and I don't know how hard or easy it is to get flowers yet, so not super keen on that one. Then we have the Vespertine Bow, which I will show better after the fact. 3 speed, that's amazing for a bow. 6+ accuracy, standard. 6 strength, that's amazing. Range 5, that's not great. Deadly, that is extra critical hit range, 1 point, I think. Before each attack, you may choose for Vespertine Bow to have slow, one attack instead of 3. +4 accuracy, that's insane. And range 9. This is a phenomenal weapon. This is amazing. This is like the best bow I think I've seen in the entire game. And it's got a blue and a green affinity. That's whatever. Yeah, the Vespertine Bow is real good. I like this a lot. And I kind of went into this knowing that I would like this, because I've seen every game of Kingdom Death I've seen people play use this at some point. So yeah, I definitely understand why you'd want to use this weapon. It's very good. We have a couple satchel cards. Item Heavy Stinky. That's not a great smattering of keywords. When you depart, you may depart with 1 resource card. If that resource is perishable, it is not destroyed. It's not bad. Don't know why you'd need to depart with a resource card, but okay. I mean, cool. Got 3 of those. I don't know why you'd want to depart with a resource card, but I mean, neato that you have that ability. Till I learn why that is, I'm going to go ahead and withhold judgment on that. We have the Vespertine Arrow, which is a 2 speed, 6+, 0 strength. That's not great. It's an ammo for a bow. Obviously, it's an arrow. Deadly 4. Okay, now I know why there's no strength. Archive after use, meaning you can't use it again. That's showdown. If your attack misses, place a flower patch terrain tile adjacent to the monster. Okay, so you basically shoot like a flower arrow, and it sticks in the ground. The Deadly 4, that's really good. And actually, archive, that means you use it. You shoot it once and it gets destroyed. If it's like planting flowers, I get it. I do. I understand that. I could see this being good. It sucks you have to make it all the time, but there's worse things. And the Vespertine Cello. I was right, it is a cello. Oh, there's actually 2 cards here at the bottom. I thought it was just 2 of the cello. It's unique. Never mind. At the start of the showdown, all survivors with an instrument in their gear grid gain a +1 luck token. That's quite not bad. It turns your group into a band, which is kind of weird. I kind of like it though because it's funny. I kind of actually really like that. I'm gonna push my group to do this. This is silly, and I like it. And then the Flower Knight badge, which is also unique. So there's only 1 of them. At the start of the showdown, draw a tactics card and gain a +1 evasion token. Short, sweet, to the point. Like it. It's a reward from a monster. It's probably going to be good. It's a named reward from a monster. So that's our gear. Lots of highs and a couple lows. I'm actually really down with this expansion so far. It's just what I thought it was going to be. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Now let's try to see if my knife cut in here was enough to get this to open without too much effort. He says putting in intense amounts of effort, but it worked, so good enough. Kitten is elsewhere. I don't know. Oh, there she is. She just poked her head up as soon as I said kitten, so she knows who she is. Okay, we have the Flower Knight basic action card. It's nothing super. It's just details how you set up the monster. Lots of little things. Okay. It's instinct. I'll read that. Germinate. Scattered pollen flows back into the fairy ring. Place the Flower Knight in the center of the showdown board. Remove all +1 luck tokens from all survivors. That is rough. That is real rough, but it's not as bad as other instinct abilities. Because she's gonna go sit in the window. She's gonna sit in the window. She likes to look outside. It's nighttime, but she likes to look outside. That's not as dangerous as other things that I've seen in instincts, but that's also insanely annoying. So frustrating, to say the least. Now we have our fighting arts. There's 3 secret and 1 regular. Let's look at the 1 regular first. Otherworldly luck. During the hunt and settlement phase, whenever you roll on the table, you may add +1 to the result. This may not exceed the highest possible result of the table. This includes hunt events, story events, endeavors, settlement events, etc. That's really, really good. You definitely want this on a support person, because adding +1 to stuff, that can negate a lot of nonsense that's going to kill you. That's good. I like that. Then we have the 3 secret fighting arts. Let's just I'll show you fencing, the picture of fencing. And I'll take a picture of that and probably the Acanthus Doctor off to the side. True Blade, there's boobies on it, so I can't show you that one. Just take my word for it; it's there as well. Fencing, you may ignore parry. We already knew that. When a monster attacks you, roll 1d10 on a 6+. Ignore 1 hit. That's a free dodge. That's useful universally. I like that. I like fighting arts that are good all the time, and this is good all the time. Free dodge is always good in my book. True Blade, all swords in your gear grid gain deadly. That's very nice. Gain +3 luck when attacking with a sword if you have Ghostly Beauty and Narcissistic. I can see how lots of things are going to combo into this. I don't know what Ghostly Beauty or Narcissistic do, so I'm hesitant to say this is good, but I could definitely see this has the potential to be good. Then Acanthus Doctor, you may wear up to 3 satchel cards. Now I know why you have satchel. When you depart, if you are not wearing any gear, any armor rather, for each green affinity you have, gain +1 strength tokens, and add 1 armor to all locations. That is dumb. That's really dumb, and it's very funny. Because basically you can go around naked and have a buttload of armor if you have the right gear set. That's pretty funny. Spend an action and a flower resource or a fresh Acanthus resource to heal a permanent injury you or a survivor sustained during the showdown. That's why you want to carry resources around. That's why it mentions perishable. Okay, satchel are really good. Acanthus Doctor is really good. I have changed my opinion of the satchel cards. Now that I have evidence of what that means, no, those are really good. This is really good. Acanthus Doctor is really nice because you can heal permanent injuries. Permanent injuries are all bad. All of them are bad because they're injuries, obviously, and they're permanent, which generally denotes really good or really bad. This is really bad. You can fix those. Very, very cool. 100% down with the Acanthus Doctor. We have disorders, 3 of them. We have the flower addiction. I'm just going to show you that one because they all kind of look the same in the art. Flower addiction, you may only depart to hunt the Flower Knight. After you depart, cure this disorder. This could be frustrating. It forces you to fight the Flower Knight over and over, but I don't know how bad the Flower Knight fight is. It may be a really easy showdown, just be a pain in the butt. Or it could screw you out of everything, which is not good. So, I guess not as bad as things could be. Ghostly Beauty, finally we can take a look at this. Double all insanity you gain. That's actually not bad. Double all survival you spend. That is bad. That's bad. Survival is a resource you can't get back very easily, so doubling all that you spend, meaning it takes 2 of your survival to dodge an attack, it's not great. That's not great. This is bad. But then again, you could actually pair this with the Immortal disorder, which is the disorder that lets you not take damage if you have insanity, because you double your insanity with this. You can just be invincible, theoretically. So that's not as bad as it could be. Exactly. Narcissistic. Let's look at this one. You may not wear armor at the head location. If you are wearing armor at the head location, when you gain this disorder, archive it. That's bad, because you can't wear head armor, and your head is the most sensitive part of your character's body. It's not great. It's not great. Again, if you run a Canthus Doctor, though, you don't have to wear armor, and you still would have armor at your head. Skeptical. Again, in the right circumstance, this actually isn't that bad. Yeah, all these disorders are actually not that bad. I was expecting them to be way worse than they are, but that's actually not terrible. Let's go ahead and there's one new terrain card. It's the Flower Patches, the little skull things. Flower Patches, use an action to pick a flower, archive the terrain tile, and roll a d10. +1 if you have sickles in your gear. The flower bursts on a 1, you are knocked down and gain a bleeding token, or 2+, gain +1 luck token and a random flower resource. It's not bad. Get a resource, gain a luck token. It's not bad. Have a sickle, guaranteed to do it. Neat. The one innovation that I see, the Petal Spiral. You can trace the regardless of their hunt EXP, survivors may select sword for their weapon proficiency. That's good. You can have level 1 survivors who have a proficiency. It's very handy, very, very handy. Trace petals, roll d10, lose a flower resource. If you do, gain the flower addiction disorder, or something happens. That's your worst case scenario, and nothing happens. That's always a good start. 4/5, gain 2 survival and understanding, and an understanding. 6+, gain a sword proficiency level. That's nice. This is good. Nothing is bad about this card. Nothing is bad. That's real good. Then we have our tactics cards, new cards for my box. Let's take a look at the. I'll show you the spiral formation rather. Once for sure, stars are standing in this formation. That's one kind of on each facing of the monster, but on the left square. You may spend one survival and make an attack that ignores monster reactions. That's not bad. Stars are on this formation. For the lance formation, they gain. Basically, everyone's behind the first guy in like a T Tetris piece. The person at the 1 space in the front and middle gains 2 speed and 2 strength. It's not bad. Diversionary tactics. Once per attack, when the location die is rolled, a survivor standing who is adjacent to the monster not being attacked may spend 1 survival and cancel the hit. So basically, it's a free somebody else dodges the attack for you. So that's cool. I can see how these would be all very, very useful, which is why you want to get this. Now his deck is huge, it looks like. Okay, a lot of it's attributes and special stuff, though. Like, this is ridiculous. This is the monster's normal deck. This is his attribute deck. It's like a third of the deck are just like attribute cards. Oh, that's so silly. Oh, no, wait, sorry. That one. Okay, I looked at this weird. Let's look through for the legendaries, because we're not going to look at all the cards. But we are going to look at the legendaries, because those are the ones that get real interesting. Nature Reflection, closest in the Fairy Ring. 3 speed, 2 accuracy, star damage. Damage from this attack, the strength of the damage from this attack is the strength of a random melee weapon in the target's gear grid. The weapon is knocked out of the survivor's hands. They must spend their entire turn outside the fairy ring in order to retrieve it before they can use it again. That's annoying. He disarms you and hurts you with your own weapon. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Exterminate. That sounds good. 3 speed, 2 accuracy, 1 damage. If the target does not suffer any severe injuries, perform this card again, targeting the same survivor. He just beats the shit out of you until you die. That's really annoying. Why? Why, Flower Knight? Why? Hello. Hi. You got your mouse on a string? You ran that into the shot? Yeah. Hi, kitten. You know, she's behaving today. I can't be upset with her. Then we have the Accentuating Weeds trait. Whenever the survivor enters the fairy ring, remove one of their remove one of their +1 luck tokens. If they have none, they instead gain a -1 luck token. That's bad and annoying and frustrating. Hi. Hi, kitten. Hi. Hi. You're being very social today. Hi. You want to be on the internet? Look that way. Look that way. Look for the internet. Aw, isn't she cute? She's adorable. We have set roots. The Fire Knight has +1 damage token for each survivor in the fairy ring. That's annoying. When the Fire Knight rolls a perfect hit, it devastates the target's defenses. They lose 1 armor to all locations. That's going to be bad. Razor bulbs. Rows of dangerous hooked vines face inward toward the center of the ring. Whenever a survivor leaves the fairy ring, they gain a bleeding token. Cool. Heart of the Woods. All at the start of the survivor's turn, all survivors adjacent to a board edge are sucked into the darkness of the woods and are lost forever. They are dead. Do not gain the benefits of Cannibalize. Then all survivors outside the fairy ring suffer knockback 5 toward the closest board edge. So you just get pulled to the outside, and if you're hanging out there, you die. That's funny. That's annoying, but that's funny though. Bloom, target area survivor outside the fairy ring. They suddenly vanish, gain a +1 luck token, and are doomed until the end of the monster's turn. If the target emerges from a flower, place them standing in the closest free space on the fairy ring. Turn the monster to face the target. So you don't want to fight. He's gonna make you come fight him. Okay, that's not that bad. That Heart of the Forest though, that's silly. That's really silly. In like the worst way. It's very Kingdom Death silly. That's what I need to clarify that as. I say lots of things are silly in this game. I do not mean like haha silly. I mean like oh no, that's bad silly. We have the monsters hit location deck. Right. Sure. Let's look at a parry location and a trap card, shall we? Everything else is going to be stock standard, so we'll just look at those. Hi, you want to be on the internet, Marshmellow? You are. You're on the internet right now. Yeah, everybody can see you. We have Hypnotic Deflection, which I'll take a better picture from the side. Parry attempts to win this. Failure. Turn the Fire Knight to face the attacker. They gain 2 insanity. And if you critical wound and the attacker does not have the fencing fighting art, they do breakthrough. Okay, that's the monster event for breakthrough. Okay, I knew there would be a thing about that. So there we go. She's gonna chase that and dive into a box at the same time. She's very skilled. And the trap. Restless Roots. Let's see what we got here. Place the Fire Knight in the center of the showdown board. Place the attacker in front of the monster. They gain a +1 luck token. Each of the other survivors are grasped by the roots and are pulled in unless they spend 1 survival. Place them 5 spaces closer to the Fire Knight. All survivors are doomed. Perform a basic action. Target the attacker. So everybody gets pulled into the ring. The person who attacked him gets a luck token. Everyone's doomed, and then he smacks the person who attacked him. That's pretty standard trap, really. I mean, it's lots of repositioning, so it's not standard in that regard, but everything else is, well, that's kind of what the trap card does. Let's see. Okay, we have the Hunt deck, which is here. Marshmellow is right up next to the laptop now. I'm not going to read through these. We're going to pick one. The Sticky Meadow. We have to read this one. A dewy meadow. Okay, it's dew. Always before the survivors, sloshing through the moist, sticky grass. Any boots the survivors are wearing become waterlogged. Heavy with sweet-smelling nectar, the survivor finds it difficult to lift their feet as they walk. Each survivor with leg armor chooses to either gain a -1 movement token or reduce the armor to their legs to 0. My boots are all growth. My boots are growth. I don't want to wear them no more. that could have been way grosser than just dew. But I suppose this is kind of like a rainforest you stomp into, so I guess it's not what your guys are used to on the plane of stone faces. And the forest gate. where the forest wants what it wants. Okay, that's fine. That's just your new overwhelming darkness. And we have the monster resource deck. This is the last thing here in the bunch. I'll show the back as well. It's the very pretty Flower Knight insignia. I love his design and his face just entirely. Let's see what's cool that we can look at really quick. Okay, let's actually look at the look at this. The Osseous Bloom. I'll show you on the side. I think that's how you're going to pronounce that. Perishable, you may consume and archive this during the showdown to remove all your bleeding tokens and negative attribute tokens and gain the flower addiction disorder. Okay, so these flowers are highly addictive. You have one, then you just kind of want to go and get more and more and more. Okay, but this heals you completely. I mean, that's really good. In a pinch, I mean, I kidding. In a pinch, this could be really useful. So I see the benefit and the debate of, do I want to eat this weird skeleton flower, or do I just want to bring this back home and do stuff with it? So, yeah. And that is the Flower Knight expansion. I am 100% in love with this expansion. I like this, at least right now on the offset. I haven't played with this yet, because I just unboxed it, you see. But I love, like, everything about this. It seems really, really cool. And it introduces a new setting, which is cool, because it's just the plane of faces otherwise. So now we get something cool. Something different. Different is cool. But that's that. This is the first of the unboxes for this week of Kingdom Death, because I have 5 more boxes to open. So we're gonna do that as the week goes on. So hope you guys had fun, and I will see you next time with the next Unpack. So till then. Okay.